has become known as one of Britain's most inspiring women, a campaigner, a best-selling author and a voice of recovery and resilience.
Well, in recent years, she's made it her mission to encourage youngsters to be more confident. And following on from the success of her first children's book, Katie Piper is back with a second. This is Together We Are Stronger, and it's great.
I so appreciate you dressing to match the book.
Look at this.
Honestly.
Especially.
Thank you very much. It's absolutely perfect.
What a beautiful book, though. It's absolutely
thank you.
stunning.
It's really great. I said to you just, I was like, I'm going to steal this because my son will absolutely love it. How was it to write a second one?
Yeah, I loved writing it. The first one was this character, Teeny Mouse, and she's female and she's small but mighty. So it's all about don't judge a book by its cover. You don't know what somebody's capable of just by looking at it.
Sounds like you.
Oh, well, thank you. And you too. I think it's all of us. Like, you don't know somebody until you spend time with them and you see when they're tested. And she's come back in this second book and she's on this mission alone and she has her own weaknesses, which is OK. And we introduce all these new characters that are like her woodland friends. And they have things that make them unique and they have things that make them diverse, but they are their strengths. And they find out that actually in a group we can achieve so much more. And as a community, we're so much more powerful. Hence the title. Together We're Stronger.
It's like a superpower, really, deep
Yeah,
down, isn't it?
I think
we were talking
so.
to Sam Thompson yesterday about superpower and our diversities are our superpower.
Yeah, and not feeling less than, and that actually, what is a complete person? Like, some people flourish in one area, others don't.
Yeah.
And if you can delegate and lean on people, then you can achieve so much more.
It's kind of your ongoing theme, isn't it? Together we are better, together.
That's what I tell my husband. If he does the housework and I come here to this morning, together we're better, you know?
Has he done it?
Not yet, you know.
It's funny, like we were just saying, it's like we're on telly doing this thing, and I literally in the break a message from my wife going, the coffee machine's broken, what's going on? And I've got to go home and do the coffee.
It's the glamour.
Together we are stronger.
It's true, it's true. Do you think there are going to be more of these teeny tinies?
I hope so, because I've always written adult books and, you know, like, my messaging has always been about affirmations, positivity, mindset.
Love that.
Yeah, and as I became a mum, I wanted to get that message across to my kids, but turns out, like, a 300-word book isn't that interesting to a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old. So having a picture book with illustrations and text was a way to get that conversation going with them. So I would love to do more in that space, yeah.
Are they like your editors for your books? Are they your biggest critics?
I mean, they're like my trolls. Yeah, they literally see the first edit and they're like, boring, don't like it.
Are you serious?
know, they're like consultants, but it's good getting them involved early on and also showing them the different things that, because they're daughters, young girls, different jobs that women can have. So they're like my editors, my copywriters, they're my sketchers. So, yeah, it's a team effort.
We need these young girls, don't we? We need them in our lives. They help us throughout our life.
Exactly, your harshest critic, as you say.
Yeah.
Another project you're really passionate about is the online safety stuff. And this started after your daughter was approached about?
Yeah, that's right. So I'm working with Virgin Media, O2 and Internet Matters on a new online safety campaign, and it's called Find the Right Words. And that can kind of be the barrier where we don't know how to approach this subject with our kids, or maybe secretly we don't have the knowledge about the internet ourselves, so we shy away from it. I thought I was quite savvy because I use social media all the time. I consider myself young at 40 and connected.
You know what's going on.
Yeah, so I thought I was safeguarding her, and she was on an online game where I disabled the online chat feature, and somebody, like another player, commented on her score and congratulated her, and they had the username of a YouTuber that she loves. So she's only 10, so she got really excited thinking she was talking to one of her heroes, but the conversation quickly sort of escalated and it was actually an adult. So she shut the device down and she came and spoke to me, which I'm really grateful for.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and it was tempting to, like, tell her off or get, you know, put my own panic onto her, but I tried to say, look, this is what the online world is. People can impersonate each other. It's not always what it seems. And that actually led us to talk about how things can escalate quite quickly.
But it's interesting because she actually had it in her mind to come and speak to you about it. So she probably had that feeling deep down that something wasn't right anyway.
Yeah, and I said to her, look, this is really important to trust your gut, you know, and the campaign has created these 2 guides. One is around how do you talk to your child? What's the right language, the right tone? Asking open-ended questions, maybe using news articles and scenario-based chats. And then the other guide is what do you do? The practical stuff, the parental controls.
Especially if you're not computer savvy,
Yeah.
you don't actually know.
How do you limit
Do
that
you think
stuff?
parents should know and should know what's going on and should know how to use the technology that their children are using?
I think it's important to have knowledge, but I think it's also worth saying there's nothing shameful about using devices. They are good social tools, they're educational, they're part of modern day, so we don't want to shame parents.
Yeah.
And I hold my hands up to say I got it wrong, and I'll probably get it wrong again, because it's evolving all the time. Like, you think of stuff like AI and deep fake, you know, that is like
Scary, isn't it?
audio, video, impersonating not just celebrities, but friends and family, and you might think you're talking to someone you know in the real world when you're not. So you've got to stay abreast of it. You can't bury your head in the sand, that's for sure.
Why do you think it's so hard for parents to be able to talk to their children about this sort of stuff?
I think if you lecture your children, they automatically switch off.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's about navigating it together and having open communication. And it's not just predators online. There's a whole thing of, like, body shaming, cyberbullying. You know, they're real friendship groups going online and having all those kind of politics and problems. So I think it's something you need to have the dialogue open in the house, and that it's never too early to talk to your kids. You know, I talk to my 6-year-old about it as much as I do the 10-year-old.
It's interesting.
Thank you
You're obviously
so
doing a great job of it, and it's really petrifying. And I think you're just dealing with it really, really well, so...
Well, the positives are that there's lots of help out there, and I think in your friendship groups of, like, school mums and dads talking to each other and educating each other as well.
Exactly.
Because together, we are stronger.
Absolutely.
See what I did there?
Thank you.
Congratulations on the book, and thank you so much for coming to talk to us today.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Katie.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.